early age, I became interested in cars. You guys probably know the story, but my first experience with cars, this beauty right here, that was my dad's car. When I was 14 years old, he pulls up in the driveway with that, and I fell in love with cars at that moment. I wanted to know how to work on them, how to fix them, and how to have a car like that. I think 10th grade year, I bought my first car without an engine. It had no engine in it. So I bought a car without an engine and ended up building an engine and putting in it, and yeah. So my first car was a 1973 Cuda. And now it's a little bit different because it used to be back in the day, it was a lot easier where you could take engines out of one car and put them in another car. Now it's a little more different where it's more the muscle cars you see are, you still see some American stuff, but there's a lot more Japanese muscle cars, or cars that people are souping up, making super fast.
I'm Dan Balto. I run the Minnesota Car Enthusiast Club, which is a collection of all the different car clubs here in Minnesota. One day I had an idea, let's get all of the groups talking in one room on how we could really improve the overall Minnesota car scene and how we can really change the, overall public image of what a car enthusiast is and, what kind of an impact we have on this world. Yeah, to a certain extent, I'm new to the car field. I've had this Eclipse for 5 years now. It was my first car out of college. And since then, it's been a real learning experience, doing almost every mod myself or, with some help from friends, whether it's an intake or exhaust, suspension, changing the rotors and brakes, oil changes, all the basics. It's really just learning how to maintain a car and how to modify it just right. I'd be lying if I didn't say, the Fast and the Furious franchise had some amount to do with it. With Sun Foods meets, and kind of more of the underground scene, if you will, street racing, that sort of thing, you'll definitely see a lot more of the younger crowd, anywhere between people who are 14, 15, 16, all the way up to maybe a few people who've been in it for a while, maybe around like 30 or 40, but I'd say they're definitely few and far between. At the street races and kind of the underground style meets, for the most part, you'll see, your basic Japanese, Euro, and even some domestic cars from time to time. I think recently we've seen a lot less domestic cars just because that's who used to, own those streets, so to speak. And I think that was kind of just a different generation, but usually when I go there, it's mostly imports. The basic kind of mods that people are doing nowadays are, plastic dipping certain parts of their car because it definitely gives you the ability to see what a color is like without having to commit to it. Obviously decals for what groups and companies you represent, officially or unofficially. Underglow definitely used to be a lot larger, although I believe it's making more of a comeback. Although to a certain extent, more people are actually modifying, headlights and taillights and stuff for that sort of thing. I myself actually have blue LEDs in my headlights that, when I go to a meet like that, I'll have on. But obviously, there's also a lot more interior mods that people are doing now, where, you open the doors, there's, lights beneath that, lights to light up your engine bay to show those off, but other things that people do are having, just upgraded sound systems. Basic exhaust. Really, the entire thing of having a car is kind of lights and sounds. It's how people see you and how people hear you. Cars are art, whether you like it or not. It's an expression of who you are. It's really how you want people to see you when you can't change yourself, right? It's really just how you want people to take you at first value?
Well, I had all sorts, back in the day, I had all sorts of cool cars. I had a 73 Cuda, I had a 1971 Demon, which almost could do wheelies. Yeah, it was really cool. My 67 Impala I had was really, really super cool. I just really enjoyed taking a car and building it so that it could go faster. It's a generational thing. Generally speaking, it's the younger people enjoy the import stuff like that. It's pretty rare that you find, them switching over. You don't really see old people with tuners. The old swap shows, you might see a younger dude, but it's pretty rare. It's a generational thing, I guess.
My pappy said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln. Have you heard the story of the hot rod race where the Fords and Lincolns was setting the pace? That story is true, I'm here to say I was driving that Model A.
My name is Roy DeMars. I actually live in Fridley, but I come up to Anoka all the time on Saturday nights for the car show. My car is a 61 Impala. Well, it's actually called the Nomad, 61 Nomad wagon, which is actually the Impala trim on a 61 wagon. So it's the top of the line, has all the extras on it, everything you could order. You see a lot of older people, of course, who lived through this, but now we're starting to see a lot of the younger people that come out, and I really kind of like that. I mean, my son's into it, my grandsons are into it. It's a really good, fun event for everyone. Low pressure, everybody's friendly. Everybody likes to brag about their cars. That's the important thing, I guess. Most of the cars that you see around here are classic muscle type car, performance car that was available in the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Let it flow, that's all there is, and there ain't no more.
There's got a craze out there right now. They call it the rat rods, where you guys probably have seen them before, where they take a car, they pull it out of a field, clean it off, put a new drivetrain in it, or a different drivetrain so it's drivable, but they leave it rusty, they leave it dirty, and they drive with old crappy tires out, whatever they can find, and they just have fun. That's the whole idea, to have fun. The hot rod, the street rod basically is up to 1948.
I thought I could pass, don't you know, by then we'd be low on gas. We had flames coming from out of the side. Feel the tension, man.
There's a lot of pickup. Pickups are real popular. Generally, you see the short box step side pickup rather than a fleet side, although there are a lot of fleet sides. But the shorter box ones are what people like. A little more sporty, more performance. For me, it's a sickness. It's worse than drinking. I can't get enough of it because I like to build these. I do them all myself. I do all the work on them. And it's like an artist. They love to paint. I love to build cars. Somebody into money likes to make a lot of money. Wouldn't we all? But everybody has their hobby that they're good at, that they really enjoy. And cars it's kind of like the American dream. It's when they first could go across country reliably. Was in a car. I mean, you could do it on a horse and buggy, but it took you forever. So I think that's where it really comes about, where people, they remember when they were younger, when they had the cool cars, or when there was cool cars that they wish they had, and now when they get older, maybe they can afford them, or they find that they can try to restore one. Something. It's a sickness. It is for me.
In every social circle in life, no matter what age you are, there's always that subconscious need to fit in, And for a lot of people who are into cars, I mean, we are a small percent of the population. We are at most 2% of the licensed drivers in the United States. And I mean, with that means, maybe 5-10 million overall out of the, 300 million in the U.S. And with that comes, that sense of belonging. And with the car scene especially, there's so many small niche groups that it's not hard to find, where you belong, who you get along well with, and overall just, what feels like family.
you're going to have a car. You have to have a car, and you're going to have a car, and you're going to have one.